Welcome back to Clean with Kate. It's Saturday evening and we're about to do our evening routine. The dinner's in the oven, but we decided tonight, because it's getting a bit late, we're actually going to do a bit of a clean up as we go along. So we've got lots of food out here that we're cooking. The dog's completely exhausted. We've been for a really long walk. And we're flagging a little bit, so we're going to try and do our evening routine early tonight, so that by the time we've eaten, there won't be much to do. Anyway, I think my camera's slipping, and I've forgotten to put my mic on. Oh my goodness. And my husband's crunching on crudities. Hang on, I'm just going to have to adjust my camera, which is slipping. The dog's like really grateful it doesn't have to do any tidying up. Right. Okay, I think we're going to go without a mic because I don't know what I've put my mics. Anyway, let's just start by tidying up. So, anyway, I still need to set a timer. I think that bread's past eating.
Chickens.
I think that could go in the recycling, that one. Actually, maybe I'm going to start by dealing with the rubbish. So if you don't know where to start when you're tidying up your kitchen, sometimes it can feel really overwhelming. Oh, I'm going to pan back as well. I'll try not to wobble you and I'll try to slow down. Right, let's pan out. Well, sometimes it can feel really overwhelming, knowing where to start. So I find the best place to start when it all feels a bit overwhelming is to deal with the rubbish and to deal with the dishes. And then everything else just seems to follow on. So we've run some hot water. In fact, we had to boil a kettle. In fact, well, I might let that. I'm going to have to boil another kettle in a minute, I think. So do you need does this need to stay out still? Is this cooking oil?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pop the bar of chocolate out of the way. It's a bar of chocolate for later, in case we feel like we need a bit of a cinema sort of evening. Pop that out of the way up there. Hopefully not forget about it. We've got to stumble over this exhausted dog. Right, tea bags, teacup. That will go good. Do I need to boil more water, or do you think it's good enough?
Put your hand in.
Okay. Could you process the strawberries and get rid of the mouldy ones?
That's most of them.
No, just cut the mouldy bits off. We've processed the last, I don't think it's the last of our strawberry crop actually. Our strawberry crop was quite late this year. I'm just going to run a bit more water in here, and then I'm going to start washing out. I'm going to start by getting the glasses that I washed this morning and putting them in the other room. I don't think we're having cocktails tonight. My husband's opened a lager. Oh, come on, dog, you are in the way there. I'm going to go and put these back on my cocktail cabinet. Sounds very grand having a cocktail cabinet, but actually it's just this lovely old dresser that I bought at auction about 11 years ago. But it makes a really nice cocktail cabinet. I'll pan back so you can have a look. These sort of dressers are really cheap to buy at auction. I think I paid about £30 for it. But the mirror back, I don't know how old it is. It's probably, is it 1920s, 1900s? It's not, I think it might be arts and crafts. If you know, let me know. It's an oak dresser. And they're really useful. It's really solid, nice solid drawers. So I keep all sorts in here actually. This is turning into a bit of a house tour. I keep my candles in there for Christmas. In here, this is my crockery, my Christmas crockery. I've had this crockery now for probably over 20 years, maybe longer. So all my Christmas crockery is in this cupboard. It's my special occasion crockery and my Christmas crockery. I absolutely love it, and I've used it now every Christmas. My youngest is 30, and I think I've had this crockery probably longer than that, maybe 30 years. So the children just associate that with Christmas. Anyway, this cupboard was a fantastic buy, and I keep all my cocktail ingredients on here because I do love cocktails. And yeah, I'll just pop my cocktail glasses back. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Anyway, I'll go back to the kitchen. I'm kind of hoping he might have washed the dishes. Switch the light off. Anyway, back in the kitchen. Oh, and some magic, like magic, the dishes have been washed. I think I better get a tea towel and dry. I hope you've rinsed out the cups. You know I don't like a soapy cup. Really? Sorry, I'm just sniffing the... Oh my goodness, is that all the strawberries that are left after you... Oh no, we left a little bit late to harvest this batch of strawberries. Unfortunately, by the time we got round to it, they'd all sort of started to rot, which is a bit sad.
Healthy eating diet portion.
It's a very small portion. Oh, we have got chocolate. Maybe we should do some chocolate. I'm just going to pop the dog bowls onto the Arga to dry. Don't need to dry them with the tea towel. They'll just dry them there. I'm just going to focus on drying up the cups. Actually, it's looking pretty good. I should nip out the room more often. It's like magic. There used to be a TV programme where that happened. Was it Blue Peter? This is what I prepared earlier. So I nipped out, talked about my cocktail cabinet, came back in and the dishes had magically washed themselves. I like this. It's so much easier to do this. If we do it this time of the evening, we're much more energetic. And actually we do it as a team. So it's a team event rather than me doing it on my own at 5 a.m. in the morning. It's my preferred way of doing things.
Mine as well.
Oh, you prefer to do it loud?
No, prefer to have you do it at 5 a.m. in the morning while I'm fast asleep.
Oh, are the towels dry? We've had our swimming towels drying here today. So actually, when they can now go away, my one needs to go up to the bathroom. Right, I'm just going to pop that in there so it dries better. I'm going to put this away and then I'm going to move the dog's bed back in front of the Arga. The dog's a bit lost now because I've moved her. Oh dear, there's something horrible on the floor down there. I need to get up. It looks like a squash blackberry. The dog bed is in here in my office. I just popped it out of the way while I was drying the laundry. But she does like that bed next to the Arga. I think that's why she was lying on the other floor. There you go. Oh, okay, I'm not sure there's that much more we can do in here. I'm going to wash that out. I want to go and pick some flowers. I've been wanting to pick flowers for days. I just need to go and do it and stop procrastinating on it. In fact, there is enough daylight. I could actually go and pick myself some flowers. I think I might go and... I've still got to deal with my hotspot as well. I can see I'm starting to spin my wheels.
Arga needs a wipe down. I haven't finished cooking yet.
Oh, don't you... Right. I've bought myself this lovely new cleaning cloth. Please don't wipe the Arga down with it. I'll get you an older one for that because it'll stain it. I'm going to put the little dish away in there. I'm going to have a slurp of my drink. We have some crudities on the go. I'm just drying my gardening Neela. Okay, I'm going to put the tea towel back on the Arga. I think we're caught up. That was pretty good. I'm just having a quick drink. Oh, good news. I've worked out how to use my sink strainer. I just had to adjust it and mould it to fit my sink. So now, look at that. It has caught the debris. So I'm going to take it across here and I'm going to pop it in here. So isn't that wonderful? Instead of it all going and blocking up my sink, it's in the little strainer. I think I might be a fan. Right. Shall I clean out the coffee machine? Are you done with coffee for today?
I've finished the coffee for today.
Good. I'll give it a clean out. That saves a job for the morning. It'll be really nice in the morning coming down to a clean coffee machine. Oh no, I was saving those orange peels to make a homemade cleaner.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Or either that, a homemade orange liqueur. I was saving them. I had them in a little blue container. I didn't tell you, but I was saving them. I did actually tell you, we went on a very long dog walk. And I did actually tell you I was planning on making a homemade cleaner because you said, oh, that's a really good idea. I told you I was going to make an orange flavoured one.
With lemons.
And an orange flavoured liqueur I said I was going to make. Don't you remember any of this conversation? Sometimes that is the problem. I talk and I think you're listening, but you're not. Right, I'm just going to dry my hands on my pinny and I'm going to start dealing with my laundry now. As part of my evening routine is to check my laundry. So I have quite a lot of laundry to put away and I think I might have laundry to empty. Golly, I've made a mess in here earlier today. I've managed to spill washing powder everywhere. Look at that. Golly. And I have actually washed the pillows. So let's have a look at the... Oh no. Do you know, the first set of pillows I washed came out very misshapen. And I had to do a lot of this business with them. So I actually read the washing instructions on the pillow. Because I thought maybe I've done it wrong. And it said, wash as wool. But do you know what? I thought maybe the spin is too much. But they haven't come out any better. They're still misshapen. So here's a set that I did earlier on a long 2-hour wash with a normal spin, and they've come out much cleaner, much whiter. You can see these are lovely and white. This is what I did on a wool wash, which is a shorter wash with a much gentler spin, and they actually are not as clean. And I thought, well, okay, if it means they don't come out in a horribly misshapen, it'll be worth it, but they're just as bad, and they're not clean. Okay, well, that was worth experimenting with. I think this one may need a tumble. Let me just read the washing instructions. Oh, no, this is not a tumble dryable one. This is a Marks and Spencer's one. What's it made of? It doesn't actually say, but it is washable. This is a 60-degree washable, but not tumble until hot tumble until filling is completely dry. Okay, I'm going to go through to the utility room. Oh, can I use the tumble dryer? No. I have to. The towel says it has to be tumbled. Please. I think if I don't tumble this, it's going to be horrible. It says hot tumble as well. Oh, I shouldn't have done this evening. That one's okay. I don't know. But this one is very misshapen. I think this will need it. It does say tumble. I'm hoping he's going to let me tumble it. It's very interesting. The washing instructions on all these tumble dryers are different. That's a bit ominous. I have a feather coming out of my washing machine down there. I think we need to take that off and have a look what's going on. And see if that filter needs cleaning. Right, anyway, I'm gonna switch this on. I think it will go on the duvet setting. Have I tumbled out? I don't know if I've tumbled pillows before, but this one I've read the instructions and it says it needs tumble drying, and it is really misshapen. Oh, that's interesting. The power is off to my tumble dryer. That's a little worrying. Okay, I'm gonna have to go maybe switch the power off to the tumble dryer because he doesn't want me to use it. I'll go and find out. It could just be the circuits blown. We are having problems at the moment with the circuits. Oh, it's not good. I need to switch some lights on in here as well. It's getting dark. The nights are drawing in. Well, the entrance isn't too bad at the moment. No. He's left the bread in my basket. That's not happening. Right, the tumble dryer power is off. Have you switched it off? Or, okay, the circuit's blown. Could you go and check it for me? Thank you. Put that in there. I'm going to clean up the coffee area. Right, I'm going to get another cloth out because I really don't want to use my lovely new cloth to clean up the coffee area, which is messy. I'm just going to keep going for now with I need a dishcloth and I need a little cloth for messy jobs. So this is quite an old cleaning cloth. It's a really nice Lakeland one, but I'm going to use this for doing the messy jobs. So I'm just going to wipe down this work surface first. Sorry, drainer, not work surface. I'm a little bit worried. We are having problems with our electrics today. So it's a bit worrying if there's another one blown. Golly. What is going on with everything today? I'm just going to wipe this down, hope you can fix it. I've got a nice new dishcloth out for tomorrow. This lovely purple one. What was I going to do next? The coffee area. I'll try and move slowly so I don't make you dizzy. Apologies to all the people that I've made dizzy by moving too quickly. I am slowing down actually. It's that time of the evening where I slow down. I'm just going to wash this coffee machine out while I've got the time to do it, because our dinner is in the oven, but it's not due out for another 15-20 minutes, I don't think. So I'm just going to do what I can now so I don't have to do it later tonight or tomorrow morning. This coffee machine does benefit from a clean out. Otherwise you find that the sort of dirt, the water accumulates in here and it smells. So I'm just going to try and give this a bit of a good scrub. Sorry about the noise. In the week that we're about to go into, the upcoming week, we're going to be I follow the Fly Lady system and we're going to be in Zone 2. And on the Fly Lady system, Zone 2, let's give that a really good wash, is the kitchen. And because I have quite a lot of kitchens to keep upkeep, that was a mouthful. Have you fixed it?
Yes.
What was it?
It's usually an LED bulb that's going on that circuit. We just clipped it out.
Okay. Well, I hope it's that. Right, I'm just going to wipe around here. So I like to get a bit of a head start. Zone 2 is one of my hardest zones. So I do like to... Ooh, that reminds me, I need to wash the entrance mats. I haven't done it yet this week. I'm a bit behind on Zone 1 and I've got a head start on Zone 2. Zone 2 is my hardest zone. Zone 1 is actually one of my favourites because it's not too difficult a zone because it gets vacuumed in Weekly Home Blessing every week. It's not usually too bad, but I do like to do a detailed vacuum and I haven't completely finished that yet. I've done quite a lot of it, but I haven't finished it. My other favourite zone, I love Zone 2 because I do my swish and swipe in the bathrooms each day, and I tend to do all of the bathrooms each day because I play bathroom roulette. I love Zone 2. It's the easiest zone for me because it's usually very little to do, and I do usually try and do an extra room that week. I try and do an extra room when I'm on Zone 1 as well. So I try and do the conservatory when I'm in Zone 1 because that always needs doing. There's always so much to do in there. Okay, there's my timer going off, but the dinner's not ready yet, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, so I've wiped down the kitchen. Whoops, sorry about the noise. Do you know what? I think I might go and treat myself to cutting some flowers in the garden. So I've done, we're pretty much caught up in here. Dinner's not ready yet. And I've already done most of my evening routine. I'm just going to get rid of the dirty water and see if the strainer stays in place, which it has. Just clean that. Give the sink a wipe down. We will have to do a few more dishes before we go to bed, but the bulk of my evening routine has been done early tonight. So if you try and get your evening routine done while you're cooking, as we're doing tonight, then it does give you a bit of a head start. It makes the task less onerous later. So I'm going to go and treat myself by cutting some flowers out the garden. So would you like to come and join me? You're always asking to see the garden, so here we go. Right, let's put some lights on, and I'm going to need to get some wellies on, and I'm going to need to get my snips so I don't so I can actually cut the flowers. So bear with me. I'm just popping my snips around my waist. I've got them in a nice handy little holster so I don't cut myself because they are really sharp. So I don't know if you can see this. Yes, you can. So I've got a snips holster. I always use this because otherwise you find you're walking around the garden carrying these sort of dangerous sharp implements, and it's just safer if you put them in a holster. I probably need to treat myself to a new holster soon. I've had this one a couple of years and it is getting quite worn, and the point where the snips actually go through the bottom of the holster is the point where you need to buy a new one, or before ideally. Right, I'm putting my little wellies on. I'm putting my summer wellies on. Oh my goodness, my foot does not want to go in. So I've got my summer wellies on, little ankle wellies, and I'm going in the garden. Do need to put some lights on in here. Here we go. I'm going out through the French windows and into the garden. Oh, I should have brought a basket with me. Where did I leave my flower baskets? Let's get a basket. Make it work so it's easier to carry them. Let me just pop out here again. I left them out here, I think. Oh, the green one's around there. I'm just bringing my tools in. This is quite a grubby one. I think I'll put that one away. That one's going to need a washout, really. It's got full of mud because I've been putting my tools in it. Have I got a clean one? I'm going to switch the washing machine off as well. Oh, golly, I still haven't dealt with this horrendous hotspot here. This one's quite grubby as well. No, I can't use that one. That is like a hotspot inferno on top of that dog crate. That's my guilty secret. All my stuff out my shed. Right, I know where there's a clean one. I'm turning this into a bit of a mammoth walkabout. Is this one clean? Yay! That's not too bad. I've just got gardening gloves in. Unfortunately, the other day, I left my baskets, my trugs, out in the rain. So I then had to leave them to drain and to dry I didn't really want to bring them in the house wet, so they've just been drying out in the sun. These gardening gloves, hopefully, are dry. They are. Good. I think, have I got a slug in there? I'm just going to pop these back into this one. I'm going to take this one out. Golly, I really hope you can hear me. Say I'm doing this recording without a mic, which I don't normally do. Nearly there. Right, okay. Well, that was a bit laborious. I should have got my basket ready, but I only had the idea while I was actually in the kitchen. Okay, we're outside. This is the sort of work area of my garden, where all my baby plants are, my watering cans, my water trough, my potting compost, my potting table. But what I brought you to see is these fabulous beasts that I've been growing. So I'm going to cut some of these as cut flowers. So that one looks good. That one looks good. And hopefully I'll get a decent amount of cut flowers to bring in. Oh, they are probably past their best. I might take some of the leaves off as well. But let's just cut some flowers to begin with. I think you're probably supposed to cut them when they look like this. Look at that. So I'm hoping by cutting these flowers as well, it will stimulate some new growth. Golly, this I've never grown this one before. It's fabulous. That one is past its best, isn't it? But it is a fabulous sunflower. What have I got around here? Let's have a look. I'm actually growing this as a sort of catch crop between my irises. So I planted this iris border this year, which was fantastic a couple of months ago. But then it doesn't do anything for the rest of the year. So I was thinking, what can I grow in between the irises? So I came up with this idea to grow sunflowers. And oh my goodness, just look at them. Aren't they fabulous? I'm in love with the sunflowers. I'm definitely going to do this again next year. It's just a wonderful, wonderful plant. Which ones am I going to cut? It almost seems a shame to cut them. Let's have a look. But you know what, if we get wind, this will all probably get blown over. So I did grow them to cut. I grew it as a cut flower crop. So, but I haven't actually cut very many of them because I've been enjoying seeing them so much. And I am planning to let some of them form seeds so that we get the seeds for next year, hopefully. Because I've only grown one variety of sunflower. I'm hoping that the seeds will be fertile and will produce more of these wonderful, wonderful sunflowers. They're incredible, aren't they? They really are. I hope this will keep them flowering for a bit longer. I might try next year growing some other varieties. I grew this one just because it was so unusual colour. I've got more of them down here as well. Ooh, should we take you out? I'm going to need a big vase, aren't I? The trouble is, it is quite hard sometimes getting flowers out of the garden because they last so much better if you leave them in the garden. Once you cut them, they do tend to go over much quicker. What else have I got in here? Let's have a quick look, see if there's any others that are obvious for cutting. I do need to take that back. I think to there, lift it up. And that's a good one. So is that actually. And you can see what I'm doing, I'm reducing the weight. So then they're less likely to get damaged by the wind. Wow, this is a fabulous crop. I think I'll take that one out as well. Some of them I've definitely left it too late, so they have formed seed heads. Right. But there's lots more to come on. Look at this. These are some fig trees. I think my husband propagated this off when we were doing our building work, we lost a really big fig tree, which was quite upsetting. But he did get lots of babies going. And look at this, they're having baby figs. We did actually give a lot of the baby plants away to friends before we actually started the project. So I think this is the main one from that one. But he's since purchased some different varieties of figs. So now we have a little collection of fig trees. Sorry about that. And they're getting figs. Well, I think that's probably enough sunflowers. I probably need to go in and pop them in some water, and hopefully they'll all fit in one jug. Whoops. I need to holster my snips actually. And then I probably need to come and water my hydrangeas. Anyway, let's take these back inside. Just give you a little view of the garden. There's so much I need to come out here and do. But it's very peaceful this evening. It'll be a good evening to come and do some. Well, let's go in. Well, I do need to put the lights on. It's getting very dark in here. Somebody keeps switching them off, I think. Can you get the barn lights on? Right, I'm gonna, I still haven't dealt with my hotspot from this morning. All my seeds. I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. Right. Okay, I'm gonna fill, we've got a large jug here. I'm gonna put some lights on so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to fill this jug with water. I hope he knows he's left that on the hob. That's our dinner. So I'm filling this beautiful antique water jug. I bought this a couple of years ago on a car boot sale. These make really good vases for big flowers, and they're very, very cheap to buy. If you go to a car boot sale, or quite often you see them in charity shops, they're very, very affordable way of having a very large flower jug. And you can usually pick them up for a couple of pounds, if you're really lucky, £1 in a car boot on a car boot sale. This is an antique water jug, and it would have originally been part of a set with a wash bowl. Oh golly, I definitely left that one too late, didn't I? Ooh, might need to take some of the lower flowers off. These won't last a long time in the jug. But you know what? I need to take some of the bulk out of these sunflowers, because in case we get some sort of windy weather. We did get quite a bit of wind last week. So I want to just reduce the weight. So I'm just literally popping them in this jug so I can enjoy them in the house for at least a few days. But they won't last as long as they would have done if I'd left them on the plant rather. And they will start to drop and be quite messy. Maybe I should have taken more leaves off. There's quite a lot of leaf on them, isn't there? I might reduce the leaf, because then you can see the flowers better. So let's just reduce the leaves. And it does reduce the rate of water loss from the plants if I take the leaves out. I just want to leave a few leaves, because it is nice to have a bit of greenery in there. As you can probably tell, I'm not a professional flower arranger. I just make it up as I go along. Just think what looks good to me, because that's all that really matters, isn't it? What I think of it, because it's for me. I'm doing it for me. Right, let's pop another one in there. They're dropping already. I wonder if I'm going to fit them all in one. Some of them are quite short. I'm probably going to need to keep the water topped up as well. And that one is almost over, isn't it? They're such a dark colour. I think next year I might grow some brighter coloured ones. I've seen some lovely ones this year in the supermarkets. Whoops. I think they actually look better on the plant. That's why I think I've not been picking them, because when you bring them in, they are quite dark, but when they're on the plant, they're spectacular. I did actually grow them though to cut, but it's just an experiment. It's my first year growing these, so let's see how we get on with them. I'll pop them in the entrance. So, have I got room though? A couple of weeks.
Very dark,
they are very dark. I know, and those yellow ones that you bought me a couple of weeks ago from the supermarket were actually more striking. Bizarrely, these are very striking in the garden. They're not actually as striking in a vase as I was hoping they would be. But you know what? They're different. Yeah, maybe that's not the right place for them. Maybe I should put them on the other table. Anyway, I'm going to leave them there for now, because the other table's a bit of a hot spot at the moment. But actually, maybe they'd look better on this table when I've cleared it up. So I'm just going to put my snips away. Yeah, maybe black flowers actually look better in the garden than they do in a vase. Whereas sometimes the really brightly coloured flowers look fantastic in a vase, but sometimes they look a bit garish in the garden. Oh, that smells strong. Right. Oh, you can see there, I have left them, they're already dropping their petals. I think I left some of those too late to pick. I should have probably just left them on the plant. I'll probably come down tomorrow morning to a mass of petals that have dropped overnight because it's quite warm in the house. Right, I'm just going to go and put my gardening things away. I'm going to keep going with a little bit of tidying up. I really do need to deal with this hotspot. I really don't know why I'm procrastinating on that. Ah, I know where these might look good actually. I'm going to try them somewhere different. I think they're a little bit dark for this position because this entrance hall is quite dark, and I think we need some brighter flowers to brighten it up. I'm going to take these through to the other entrance. Could you open the door for me? I want to try them in a different position. They're too dark for that entrance because it's so dark in there. I'm not really getting to appreciate them. Let's try them in here. Let's hope they look better here. They are going to be messy, I can tell. Let me just pop some lights on. Ah, I think that's better because then they tie in with my green chair, and I think you notice the dark flowers better against the light green backdrop. I'm happier with that, although I can see I've actually lost all the flowers off one of them already, so I don't think they're going to last very long. In fact, do you know what? I think I might pull this one out. How did I manage to pick that? Look, literally, all the petals have already dropped off it. It hasn't formed seed yet. If I'd left that on the plant, it would have done. Oh, wow. Okay, look at that. I'll just pan back now. My timer's gone again. Oh, I'm absolutely loving them there. Look how that ties in with the dark green chair. What do you think? But I personally think that is much better in that position. Anyway, I think that probably means dinner's almost ready because I heard the dinner sizzling. So I'm going to say night-night. I hope you're getting on well with your evening routine and that you've enjoyed the video. If you're enjoying the videos, please like, subscribe, and comment. It's really, really appreciated. Anyway, bye for now.